What's up, and welcome to another live Saturday night here on the 520 Collective Discord. We are in the forums channel, and as always, we are being sponsored by 520collective.com. Make sure y'all hit up 520collective.com now, where it is the home of indie Christian hip hop. So we got a very special forum going on here tonight. I'm excited for this. This is something that's been in the making for a while. We are in collaboration with our guy DJ B+. So you'll be probably seeing this popping up maybe on his YouTube channel before too long, but we are having a Syntax Records draft. Syntax Records, one of my favorite throwback labels. And it's going to be myself versus 7thFromAdam. We're drafting our favorite records on Syntax. And right now, I'm going to kick it over to B+. Let him do his thing. B+, what is going on, my man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? First of all, Eric, thanks for having me. I think you first saw this format when me and Seventh talked about Grapetree Records about a year ago. So I'm glad that I'm finally getting a chance to do this with you guys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Seventh, how you doing, man?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. Shout out to the people out there, man. It's good to be here, man. Eric, thank you for having me, man. You know, I ain't really been on nobody's platform, nobody but B+. So it's good to be here, man. I'm like one of them old school CHH heads. So, you know, I'm all for this, man. So hey, let's have fun and let's get it popping, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, B+, he's our Christian hip hop commissioner. So, man, you're in charge, dude. You tell us what we need to do, bro.
All right, great. This is the first time I've been called a commissioner. I kind of like it. So we're going to go ahead and kick this off. I think you guys talked beforehand about who was going to go first. So who's going to go first tonight? Who's going to draft first?
All right, man, that's going to be me.
Yeah. Seven said he's going to take me down, man. So we'll see.
All right, so so Seventh is going to go first. We do a snake format. So that means Seventh is going to pick first, and then Eric, you're going to pick second. And that'll conclude the first round. Then the second round, Eric, you'll kick off that round, and then we'll kind of keep with that format. So you'll kind of pick twice in a row, just so nobody has an unfair advantage.
All right. And hey, can I throw something out there? This is something we haven't talked about, man, but I want to throw this out there and see what you think. You said that you're not super familiar with Syntax Records, correct?
I know a little bit. I know just a little bit. I know a lot of the artists, but I'm not familiar with full projects.
Okay. Well, hey, I would love at the end of each round to hear, like, maybe not say a winner per se, but like which song you were feeling a little bit most of that round, if that's possible.
That sounds like a bet. That sounds like we can do it. All right. So without any further ado, in the first round of the Syntax Records draft, 7thFromAdam, who do you got?
All right, let's go and get this thing popping, man. I'm gonna jump right on in. You know what I'm saying? The first person I'm gonna pick, I'm gonna have to go with him first because this is my favorite Christian hip hop rapper of all time. He is number one on my list. He is like my Lecrae. I know everybody loves Lecrae and Andy. This guy is like my number one, and I'm gonna have to go with Braille, Shades of Grey. Not my favorite Braille album, but this album really did something to me when it came out. It was his second album that he released, and it made a lot of noise, man. So I'm gonna have to go with Braille, man, and Shades of Grey.
I can't be mad at a Braille pick, man. Braille is one of those guys who's been around for a long time. You know him when you hear him. It's like it's no mistaking of who you're listening to when you hear Braille. It's just he just has like such a classic sound to it.
Children struggle to find someone to listen. That's why all they got is the music that they listen to. Meet the world, it's strife and frostbite, and our generation youth wander around like lost kittens.
All right, so that's a solid first pick from Seventh. Now on to the second pick of the first round. Eric, on to you.
Yeah, man. So Seventh said that, Braille is kind of his Lecrae, his favorite. And, Braille didn't release a whole lot on Syntax. And my pick is actually kind of in that vein, man. One of my favorite MCs in Christian hip hop, and he only released one project as far as I know with Syntax Records, and I'm gonna go with Dirt. The album is Award to Restore. So Dirt, Award to Restore is my first pick. One of my all-time favorite projects. Again, you're talking about classic boom bap, backpacker music. That's Dirt, man. That's what he's all about. And yeah, I'd say my favorite track is Shanghai Burning. He actually did a video for it. So, sorry guys, my daughter's apparently joining us for the draft, so she's interested in seeing what old hip hop was, I guess. 1 years old, so.
I spring furious. You couldn't hurry up even if you studied calculus. I'm serious. No time to play games. I came to entertain and proclaim the name of the Messiah. Those scrolls like Zechariah, 5th chapter. I'm like Jack the Rapper. Cut like the razor, but with the mic adapter. Now hear this, and in the front row bear witness.
I'm very familiar with Braille, not as familiar with Dirt, but man, I really enjoy both of them. They both have like that nostalgic feel of just like that boom bap type of rap. So, man, if I had to pick one, that's kind of tough. But I think I'll go with Braille just because.
Boo.
Hey, you can't go wrong with Braille.
I mean,
Right.
You really can't. It's just a classic sound. But I really did like that Dirt track. I might need to go back and kind of flip through his discography because I really did like that. All right, cool. Well, Eric, we'll kick off second round. Pick number 1. Who you got?
All right, so for my second pick, oh man, this dude right here, dude, is so crazy talented. To this day, like he's on the new Crumb tape, that Black Lung, and he's still just as good now as he was, in 03. I'm gonna go with Hawthorne's own Pigeon John is Clueless. Pigeon John, baby.
Dang.
Yo, Pigeon John.
Hey, that was actually next on my list.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. You gave me those back-to-back picks, dude. I had to make it count.
Eric went and swiped him up. He swiped him up a classic.
I'm clueless. Now is the time, and time is now. Go through situations and wonder how. When the world is this thing gonna work on now. When I'm filled with frustration, with brings forth the shout or tears backed up by years of memories and heartaches. They wrote down now with no breaks.
Yeah, dude, that whole album, dude, is so solid, man.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I think Pigeon John's creativity was ahead of his time. It really was.
Dude, and like I said, he's still just as talented today. I don't know if y'all listened to Crumb's tape or not, but Pigeon John killed that thing.
Yeah, I gotta go check that out. 7thFromAdam, you are up. What is your second pick, second round?
All right, let's go. I'm gonna have to do a audible because I was gonna go with that one with Pigeon John is Clueless, but I'm gonna let my man Eric roll with that one. So I'm gonna go with this group, man. One of my favorite groups. They come from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? This group I will consider like my top 5 as one of the greatest CHH Christian groups of all time. But I'm gonna go with LA Symphony, man. Unleashed.
Great choice.
Yeah, it's this album was almost like unreleased songs and just new stuff, almost like a mixtape, man. But it actually was like one of my favorite releases from them.
I was like tripping on how this whole nation's so diverse.
Man, hey, yo, have you guys heard? That cop shot Biggie, don't sound absurd. Nicole and OJ, that just was pampered.
Dangerous, scandalous.
Big bad Los Angeles, y'all know you feel me when I poke this. Hey, yo, pass me that cup, I got to fill it up. And my Game Boy 2 be twice your Thomas, yo.
See, I see what happened to him, man. 7th couldn't get Clueless, so he went and got the next closest thing.
I had to get the closest thing to Clueless. You are exactly right.
But that's what's up. I'm about to go back and check that one out. I feel like I feel like I like that style when MCs can like kind of toss bars back and forth and kind of get in and out and kind of tell stories like that. So I'm going to go back and check that one out. So seventh, you are back up, third round, first pick. Who you got?
All right. Okay. Third round. Let's go with I'm gonna have to double back with my guy again, cause he is the reason why I started following Syntax Records. So I'm gonna go with Acts 29 under Expose. This was a group that composed of Braille, Omega Watts, and Soul P. And man, Braille was like in like 3 or 4 groups, man. I think 3. He was in like 3 groups, man. So like his whole little squad back then, man, I was on them heavy. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, Acts 29, man. Man, I think my favorite song on there was Confessions. Like the last song on there was like the one that really like touched my soul. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man, I'm gonna go with that on Acts 29, man.
Man, I completely forgot about Soul P. Like I definitely remember Omega Watts. I don't think I remember this group. I honestly don't
Yeah.
think I remember all the people in the group, but
They,
I didn't know they had a collective project like this.
man, they only did one album together, man. It was only one album.
And if you didn't know, now you do. So you can never say I didn't tell you. Smooth. Every time I rock, I get loose. Do your thing, boy. Bro, you know I get down. 29 amps in the hoop-dee-hoo. Shooting hoops at the park in my dress shoes. Fools trying to stick me, they still get through. Watch me now, cause you don't wanna miss. The next line I spit hits hard like a brick.
Ooh, woo.
I ain't gonna lie,
man.
that was hard. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie, that was hard.
Yeah, so Plasma went off on that.
Before we get Eric's pick, I got to go back to round 2 and pick between the Pigeon John track and the LA Symphony track, right?
Oh yeah. You should probably choose wisely.
I gotta choose my heart. I gotta choose my
Right.
heart. And my heart is rocking with Pigeon John. So
Yeah, buddy.
Right choice.
Yeah, yeah. So looks like you evened it up overall, right with that one, Eric. So now that we have that, let's go to third round, second pick. Eric, who you got?
All right, man. So, dude, this was one of my favorite releases from Syntax, man, and it hurts because I know that this artist has changed up over the years, man, and prayers up for him, man.
Here we go.
Hopefully we'll get back to it, but dude, one of my all-time favorite Syntax releases is a little joint called "Is This Thing On" by one of the only Native American MCs that I know, and that's RedCloud.
I'm not mad at that pick. Not mad at that pick at all.
Leave your card open again and get a second hit. Breathe in through the nose, out the mouth. I admire your courage for trying to come and nuke it out. Papa never taught me how to knock a brother out. Vatos in the patio would try to take me out. Enrolled in the temple till I'm all can't hold out. Now my clothesline the biggest, baddest cholo in the crowd.
So now it comes to the end of round 3, and I have to make a choice between RedCloud and Acts 29. And man, tough choice, but I want to go with Red Cloud. I got to go with RedCloud.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy. Come on, 7th.
Hey man, believe it or not, man, I wasn't really a fan of RedCloud, man. Yeah, I could never really get into him, man. I couldn't get into his style, man.
I don't even know if you like music, man.
With that being said, Eric, it is round 4. I believe we're on round 4, first pick. Who you got?
It is round 4. So man, dude, one of my best memories as far as being at a live show was I got to go see the 5 Iron Frenzy farewell tour. And they had John Rubin on there with them. And John had this dude that was kind of like his hype man for the tour. And it turned out to be a dude by the name of Othello that we might know today as Oze Moore.
Yes.
And so I got to meet Othello back then, just hang out with him. You know, it was cool. It was awesome. So he was in a group called Lajique. And so my fourth round pick, and dude, we may have to throw some last minute like honorable mentions because man, there's so much good music from Syntax. But I'm gonna go with Lajique, and the name of the album is Language Arts.
As I affect and shape the landscape, to represent is my only mandate. No conspiracy theory can't break this bond of fellowship. Where the ruckus are on the mellow tip, they marvel at how Nichols Page went and Othello writ through. Original psalms and proverbs in written form. Heads get split and torn. Is it me or is it getting warm? This cord of 3 strands will not be quickly broken. Getting you strictly open. Jewels of truth lyrically spoken.
All right. Yeah, man.
Man,
that's that real hip hop, man. And we didn't even get to listen to Othello, man. We let Page One do his thing.
Well, we are at 4th round pick number 2. 7th, it is on you.
Man, Eric, man, first of all, that was a good pick, man. I love Othello. That's my guy. So for this one, man, I'm gonna go with let me see. Man, it's so many. There. I'm gonna go with Sackcloth Fashion on this one. And the album I'm gonna choose is Something for Everyone to Hate.
That right there is what started it all, man.
What started it all. And man, the song on this album that I could not stop playing was called The Guest List.
Yeah, man.
Come on, man.
Come on. I mean, yeah, Sir Rockdums. I mean, like these are the guys that started Syntax. I mean, they're the heads of it. I mean, you know, Timothy Trudeau. He's still running things at Syntax Creative, man. So shout out to him, man.
For sure, man. Shout out to him, definitely.
Well, that goes without saying. Who has my vote for that round? That's just a throwback Sackcloth Fashion. They take it. So that kind of puts me in a tough spot because we're coming up on round 5, and each of you guys have won 2 rounds.
Dude, so, we may have to go to the audience, man. Shout out to Nate. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to Marcus hanging out with us, man. We may have to go to the audience, man.
Yeah. So this is heating up. We are in round 5. Because 7th was the guest, he has the luxury of picking first in round 5. So 7 from Adam. Choose wisely. It is your turn.
Okay, we have come down to the end. So many albums I can choose from. What would I choose? Let's see. I will have to end this off with I'm gonna have to go with Future Shop, man. The Art of Xenos.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with that album there.
Okay.
To shape your reason, we're shaping your perception to form a definition. We introduce a renaissance of thought revolution. It's not what you have, it's what you're free from. We subtract shackles to shape your reason. We're shaping your perception to form a definition. We introduce a renaissance of thought revolution. From the backward to the outland, I start root searching, do perfect in direction through work and imperfection. The words of my collection gain interest on the mantelpiece. Inside.
Yo.
Man. That just has like that feel. Like I feel like I went back in time.
Man, you know that's my style, man. Most of the songs that I like, it gonna be like that.
Man.
Well, Eric, you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah, man, and I feel like, man, because I've got to make this pick, and I'll tell you why. For a lot of reasons, but I feel like it may cost me this draft. We'll see. So, super cool dudes, man. Like they were really good. You know, they were excited that Syntax took a shot, you know, with them. You know, their biggest thing was they were like, you know, Syntax is a hip hop label. They didn't really know necessarily exactly what to do with a rock band. but I'm going off script a little bit. I'm going out of our lane, and I'm going to pick Green Olive Tree. The album's called Things I Tried to Be. And they had a single and a video on there called Universe. So that'd be what I want to let you guys check out a little bit of. All right, man. I know you guys weren't expecting that.
Yeah, you kind of came out of left field with that one.
That was a curveball. I don't know much about baseball, but that was a curveball.
Man, that was a curveball there.
Man, come on now. Hey. I mean, I got to show love to my guys. You know, Andy, and the whole band, man. Like Andy was their bass player, man. Super cool dudes, man. Chris, you know, they came through and played 2 shows for free on our campus, man, and hung out with me for, you know, a couple of days. And I mean, this was, you know, I'm like 19, man. What do I know about putting on a concert? You know what I'm saying? So,
I can't be mad at a nostalgic pick because I have nostalgic whole albums. I have nostalgic artists that I know aren't great. But at least the band sounded good, so it made sense to have the nostalgic pick. It's just that I just don't know who they are. but I rock with nostalgic picks, just because like that's just kind of how I am. When you get an album like that, you can literally go back in time and remember like the smell of the dorm room you were in, the car you were driving, just like the neighborhood you were in. So I'm with the nostalgic picks. I think that overall for round 5, I do have to go with 7th pick. I do have to go with 7th pick just because that was a very, very classic album. I'm looking at the website now for Syntax Records old releases, and there's an album on here that I loved, and for me it's a nostalgic pick. It's an album by the artist by the name of Gabron.
Oh, dude, yeah, Gabron was on my sleeper pick in case 7th happened to take any of mine.
Yeah, Gabron had the name
Mockingbird Slang.
Mockingbird Slang. He had a few songs on there that, like, he had a storytelling song. He had a song called "Beautiful Angels" on there that was some of the best storytelling I've heard in the Christian rap space, in the Christian hip hop space. And I believe he only came out with just maybe one album, and then he maybe changed names and no longer in the faith, but I'm not sure. But Mockingbird Slang, it's hard to find that album anywhere. I know I have a digital copy of it, but that's a classic for me. If I had one pick outside of the ones that you guys all picked, that's my one.
Yeah, you wanted hot scripts, unlock this. Who sealed with a promise? Revealed through my eyes is the sun rising, not a mic magnetizing. Gabron hydrogen confounds the wise man foolishness. I've been doing this since junior high, and I won't stop writing till I meet him in the sky. Then take it.